as we talked about before, I was going to try to do another video more in depth on how to level your deck on this Cub Cadet RZT L 46-inch deck. And one of the most important things to remember when you're trying to level your deck, especially on a unit with a rigid rear axle and a rigid front axle like this one has, is your tire pressure. You want to ensure that your tire pressure on all four tires is pretty close to the same. Whatever the recommended tire pressure is on these, on the rear tire right there, 10 psi. On the front tires, I believe it's slightly more. I think on these it's got a rating right there. It might be kind of difficult to see, but it looks like it says 20 psi. So we're going to get that done. Now, by the way, I got my sidekick over here, Lola. Okay, so the easiest way I figured we could do this was, now that we have our tires all to the same air pressure, we're going to get on a nice level floor, nice level surface, the best you can find, and we're going to try to level the deck from side to side. What I'm going to need for this is measuring tape. I got me a block that I've already cut to size, and as I had mentioned in my previous video, just a small socket and ratchet. The size is 9/16. So the way I figured I could start on this was start on this side here, because this is my rigid side. I can't level this side up or down. I'm going to try to get this in here where you can see it. So I took and measured down to the floor, and that measurement is right at 2 3/4 inches. So what I did was I made me a little block, cut it 2 3/4 inches, and I'm going to slide that in here. And notice my block slides nicely, just barely touching the blade on this side. If I had a unit that had more adjustments in it, I would probably be more worried also about front to back, but this one I only have one adjustment, so we're only going to worry about this one. We're going to worry about side to side, not so much front to back. Now, what we want to do is come around to the other side. And I'm going to try to do this as best as I can to get it to where y'all can see what I'm doing here. Come around to the other side. We're going to spin this blade around. Until we're about as far out as we can go, right there. And then we're going to take our block, slide it under there, and it looks like, I can get us in focus here, it looks like we've got about a 1/16 of an inch maybe of a gap in there. Okay, I think I've got where you can see what I'm doing here. Now, what you probably want to do is have you a block of wood and a lever of some sort handy so you can adjust it. You want to hold on to your block or hold on to your lever so you can loosen this up. Now, as you lower this, you're going to see this is going to start to turn a little bit, but you want to keep moving your little piece of wood back and forth until it barely touches. And then we're going to tighten this back up. And your block is in there, barely touching. And there you go. That gets your deck nice and level. Let's go try it out. So there you go, folks. Nice new blades. Nice and level deck. Cutting a nice, pretty path. Make your yard look like a professional. One thing to remember when you're leveling your deck is to go ahead and set your adjustment height to the height that you're going to normally be cutting at. I normally cut it about 4 on this one, which you saw earlier was about 2 3/4 inches. So now we got it squared away. We're going to have a nice, pretty yard, professionally cut with our Cub Cadet RZT lawnmower. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my next video.